How to tell if a guy knows you like him. Number 1. He strikes up conversations with you more than most. Most guys are not overly enthusiastic about talking to people they aren't interested in. They just don't have the energy to do that. If a guy knows you like him, but he doesn't like you back, he will feel distant, and he will decrease the amount of time he spends talking to you. On the other hand, if he feels the same way, the complete opposite happens. You will suddenly find that he always wants to talk to you. Whether it's through text, social media, or in person, he is always going to come up with an excuse to talk with you. He does not want to end his time connecting with you. Another clear sign he knows you like him, and he wants to pursue a relationship with you, is his going to contact you out of the blue, and he is going to do it often. He just flat out loves talking to you. Number 2. He doesn't talk about other people he may be attracted to. Once he knows that you like him, he is going to stop talking about anyone else that you might think he is interested in, even if it's just in passing. Even if it might be completely harmless, he will stop talking about his coworker just in case you start thinking he is interested in her. If you notice that he isn't talking about certain people, especially if he had no problem talking about them before, it's because he is being careful about who he mentions in front of you. He doesn't want you to think that he is interested in anyone else. On the flip side, if he knows that you like him but he doesn't like you, he will probably mention all these people he is attracted to, because he is trying to let you off easy, by letting you know that his interest lies elsewhere. Number 3. He will start letting his guard down. Men tend to be guarded people. They are taught never to show their emotions or reveal their weaknesses. They are also often told that there is nothing worse than being rejected by someone else. All this amalgamates into an individual who will never show their true self unless it is to someone who they know will never hurt them back. That's why they will only let their guard down with those they know will return their feelings. If the guy you like knows you like him, he will start dropping his walls and show you his inner self. When there is no risk of rejection, he's not afraid to be vulnerable around you. Number 4. He goes out of his way for you. When a guy knows you like him, whether he realizes it or not, he will start treating you differently, especially if he likes you back. He will treat you like no one else, as if you are the most important person in his life. He might go out of his way to drop you off at home even though he lives in the opposite direction. Maybe he searched high and low to find that one thing you have always wanted but never got just to surprise you. Or maybe he is always making space in his life for you, no matter how busy he might be. To him, there is nothing else worth as much as knowing you return his feelings for you. If he doesn't like you back, well, he probably won't start turning into a jerk, but he certainly won't treat you any differently than everyone else. It's all about the subtleties of his actions towards you. Number 5. He gets nervous around you. Another way you can tell if a guy knows you like him or not is by how he is behaving around you. Does he suddenly act jittery and out of sorts? Does he pick at his nails or mutter under his breath? Is he acting awkward around you? This is because he is nervous. One of two things is happening. He is either nervous because he likes you back and doesn't know what to do next, or he doesn't like you back and is afraid of hurting your feelings. Either way, he is overthinking his actions when you are around. But how do you know if he likes you back or not? If this nervous behavior is accompanied by other signs that he is distancing from you, unfortunately, it is because he doesn't like you. But if he doesn't start distancing himself from you, then he definitely likes you back. Number 6. He playfully teases you more often. You know how when a little boy teases a girl, we say it's because he secretly likes her? Turns out, men don't always grow out of that behavior. When a man likes another person, and especially if he knows they like him back, he is going to turn the teasing up a notch. He might playfully shove you, tell more jokes, call you silly names, or maybe even poke fun at your quirks. This is his way of getting closer to you. He also does this because he knows you like him back. He is not afraid that his playful teasing might be interpreted as being mean-spirited. Number 7. He starts flirting with you. While some men are naturally flirty with any living humans that cross their paths, others are cautious about who they flirt with. After all, they don't want to be rejected or, God forbid, be branded a sexual maniac that just can't read the room. But when they do know that the person they are interested in likes them back, they are not afraid to slowly turn that flirt engine all the way up. He is going to start testing the water to see what you are comfortable with. He is going to continue this until you tell him to stop. So if a guy suddenly becomes flirtatious with you, it's a good sign that he knows you like him. Number 8. He starts retreating. If the guy you like slowly but surely decreases the number of interactions you have with him, it means that he knows that you like him. What this means can depend on how he feels about you. If he likes you, it means he is afraid and nervous about the next step to take. He just needs some time to process the new information. But if he doesn't like you, that means he is trying to give you some space to lose your attraction to him because he can't return your feelings. The best way to tell if his retreat is because he likes you or not is by looking at his body language. If the guy you like isn't a complete jerk, he will still meet you even when he doesn't return your feelings. Pay attention to how he is holding his body when he meets you. If he is still warm and friendly, he probably likes you back. But if he seems a little defensive, won't look you in the eye, tries to keep some physical distance from you, or isn't very talkative, then that means he isn't interested in you and that it is time to move on. Number 9. His body language changes. This is one of the best ways to tell what exactly he is thinking. Men aren't always forthcoming with their thoughts. They tend to be terrible at voicing what's on their mind or how they feel about certain things. But even though they cannot voice their thoughts, they can tell you how they feel through their bodies. Once he knows you like him, he will subconsciously react with his body whenever he sees you. If he likes you back, he might do one or more of the following. He always faces his body, especially his feet towards you. He fixes his hair and clothing when he sees you. He touches you when you touch him. He mirrors your body language. He steps closer to you, or he lets you step closer to him. He constantly glances in your direction even when you aren't speaking. Pay attention to his body language and you will soon know what he is thinking. Number 10. He will ask you out. The situation might differ depending on the personality of the guy you like. Some men will immediately act as soon as they realize that they like you and you like them back. They do not want to miss this opportunity and will immediately capitalize on this moment. Why bother with any more pretenses when he knows that the attraction goes both ways? Of course, the situation is not always so clear-cut. Maybe he is extremely shy and is trying to find the perfect time and place to ask you out. Or he could be busy with other parts of his life and want to make sure he has the proper time to treat you to a nice date. If he hasn't asked you out but he still makes some effort to be closer to you, he knows you like him and he likes you back. If he suddenly withdraws from you, then he knows how you feel but doesn't return the favor.